All right, y'all. We have Omarion Miller, who I know people have been asking about for a really long time. And like y'all, I thought he balled USC and then kind of disappeared after that. That is not the case. So we're going to check out USC in more game film of him last season and show CT why he's going to dominate in the Big 12. So y'all stay tuned.
Well, hello, who's next? Can't nobody stop us cause we bumpin' prime. Well, hello, who's next? Are you capping, talking sauce, and do your words match your video? Well, hello, who's next? Can't nobody stop us cause we bumpin' prime.
Well, welcome back, YouTube, Buffin Prime, CT the fan, P Cal the professor, taking us in the film room. Omarion Miller. Yes, I'm not gonna say I'm not a believer. I just don't know if he gonna start.
No, you're not a believer. No, you're not a believer. You're not a believer.
Hey, you know what? I do think Will Shepherd, Draylon, I think they go challenge him. He gonna have to show me something, bro. Real talk. But anyway, Patreon is seeing this first. You know what I'm saying? So
as always.
So hey, make sure you join Patreon. Search up Buff and Prime at Patreon. Man, we getting 200 strong in there. We got 3 tiers for you. You know what I'm saying? So jump in, man. Look, we got it on the screen. There you go. My favorite is Buff Bets, Buff Fantasy. Hey, you get everything from the first 2 tiers, and then you get the bets and the fantasy on top of that, man. We coming strong. So man, what's up? We got a sponsor now.
Make sure y'all check out the Patreon. We got the 3 tiers. We got private lives. We got private chats. We have private watch parties for the games where we're going to be streaming the football games live. We have fantasy football, weekly betting shows, NCAA football. We just have everything. So yeah, make sure y'all check out that because it has been great in there. The private chat. We have exclusive content that will never be seen by YouTube. Only going to be seen in Patreon that people have already seen. Yeah. So there's a lot of great stuff going on with that. And this video is brought to you by Clear Growth Credit Solutions, credit repair company with 100% money back guarantee.
That's a win-win.
You can see below the states that are operating in. So if you're in any of those states, you can click the link in the description of this or in the video and get a free credit repair or credit score analysis and audit, and then decide if you'd like to move forward. But credit score affects everything. When you buy a house, when you buy a car, when you get utilities turned on, like everything. So make sure that you're getting your credit repaired, and we'll take great care of you. And yeah, man, we got Omarion Miller. And let me just say this, and you know this, because people think that we're bandwagoners as far as whatever Colorado does. We're just going to say, oh, it's great and everything. Mm-hmm. Offense, I hate the offensive play calling last year. Oh, my gosh. Watching this film, I hate it. I'd say that if the offensive coordinator was still the same one this year, I don't care. Mm-hmm. I hated it. Like, it really limited our receivers. I watched Omarion Miller run about 45 hitches in 2 games. Like, and for those that don't know, I'll explain.
I'm like, what's a hitch?
What a hitch? Yeah, I'll explain it once we get to the film. Gosh, great. Like, and then the USC game that we're going to watch, the clock management, 2 minutes left in the game, no timeouts. We run the ball down 14.
Wow.
There's a lot to talk about, but
buckle up, you guys. This is going to be a good one.
6'2", 195, and CT, I want you to talk about.
Let me introduce you guys to Omarion Miller. He got to Colorado. You know, he was a four-star consensus recruit out of high school. His senior season, he had over 1,200 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns. He had 10 100-yard games. Dude was averaging 120 yards per game. I mean, so, you know, I can see the stats. So then he got over to Colorado, right? Came through USC. That's what we talk about. That's the USC game. He played, but he actually played in 10 games. He started 2 Arizona State and Oregon State.
He played in 10?
Yeah.
I think those were I'll be interested to see. Some of those might be special team reps. I don't know if he played wide receiver. Yeah, I don't know if he played wide receiver in all 10. But if you get on the field on any special teams, they count that as playing.
Okay, because I'm like, it says 10 games, and he started though Arizona State and Oregon State. So this USC game, he came off the bench. But boy, when he came out, he made some noise. 196 yards and a touchdown. Man, he was Pac-12 player of the week that week. And you guys know Pac-12 was loaded with receivers last year.
Yeah, absolutely loaded. Wow. And he had that 2-point conversion. I'll tell you this. versus USC, you see the stats right there.
Mm-hmm.
He could have had minimum an extra 150 yards and probably 2 to 3 more touchdowns just in that game.
He owns the most receiving yards as a freshman as Colorado in a game now, thanks to USC game. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you say he could have had even more than that when he already put out
way more.
Outrageous numbers.
Way more.
That was, wow. So I mean,
Arizona State, same thing. Could have had.
Okay. I'm like everybody else. Y'all need to like, comment, subscribe, share, YouTube, Patreon. You seeing this first YouTube? I don't know when you seeing this, but hey, I need to see the film because I do got Baby T.O. I got Will Shepherd. You know what I'm saying? I got Jimmy Horn. That's my guy.
But they play different positions, so they'll never.
I'm hoping, I hope we don't get too caught into that. I'm just like, man, you put the talent out there and just let it go.
No. You can't just do that.
See, I'm the fan. See, this is the fan versus the expert. I'm like, hey, just put him on the field. I don't even care about this position rules. Let him play.
No, you can't have a bunch of 5'10" receivers out there. Now you got to have your X receiver, your big dog, your go-to, and then your Z receiver, which is your other outside receiver who could be the second go-to or another bigger option, more secure option.
So you saying I think he could Travis Hunter, LeJontay Wester, and Baby T.O.
Omarion, LeJontay, Travis. That's where I'm at right now. That is definitely where I'm at.
All right. Well, we're going to go for a while because I need Jimmy on the field too. That's my guy.
That puts his 2 slots out there. So yeah, definitely be out there with that. But yeah, man, let's get into this film. This is some film y'all haven't seen, I'm sure. And some film that I thought I thought he disappeared. I was okay, yeah, he balled versus USC, but he disappeared after that. That's why it's lovely to have all 22 film because you can see everything. It tells you the full story. TV copy only gives you it's a bad version of Cliff Notes. If y'all remember Cliff Notes, it's a bad version because there's so much that it leaves out. But all 22, you get to see what you need to see. So
that's why I'm so excited about Buffed in Fantasy and Buff and Bets because now
all 22 on that.
Bro. And if I can already see the difference. I said, man, I've had this wrong for a long time.
Gives you a completely different story.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. So,
all right, Omarion, let's see if you're going to get that starting spot.
Let's get to it. Here he is right here. So I think that was his first rep in the game. And he slipped coming out of his break. I believe this is his first game action at all. So, may have been a little bit nervous, but slipped out of his break at the top of the route.
How was the throw? Because Shedeur was under a lot of pressure right there.
I don't even know if he threw it to. I don't think he threw it to Omarion. He didn't throw it to him.
Oh, okay. I was
just showing him.
Gotcha.
Just showing his route. Let's put this up here because he mostly plays at the bottom this game. So he's gonna be an outside receiver. So outside receivers, you typically want bigger receivers, bigger bodies, and then inside the slot. That's what these are called, a slot receivers. You usually want shorter guys that are faster. This is where the Jimmy Horns will be, the LeJontay Westers, and so forth. So outside, that's where you'll have the Will Shepherds, the Travis Hunters, the Omarion Millers, the Cordell Russell, and possibly Draylon Miller, because I think he can play either of them. But yeah.
Ooh, that 5 wide.
So right here would have been a fantastic time for an option route. What I mean by this is his route right here is a hitch route. So that's a hitch.
Fine.
It could be 5 yards, 7 yards. That is a hitch. It's just a little stop route. If they had the option on this to where he could have changed this into a go route, this is a go route. Numbers wise, it's called a 9 route. There's a route tree with numbers. We'll talk about that in our football 101. But this would have been a perfect time for that. This is early in the game. If he runs this, the go route, touchdown. You'll see it right here. Touchdown.
Yeah.
If he's not breaking down and still running, touchdown. Nobody home. That is a wide open touchdown. And I don't know what coverage USC was in, but they did this multiple times. And I saw it happen on both sides of the field. Yeah, that's a touchdown. He got blessed that he had to turn around, that Omarion ran the hitch. Because right now he has no idea where Omarion is.
And the
Omarion
safety
keep running. Oh, yeah.
the safety
Yeah,
got his back to him?
Yeah, he's looking
Oh,
that way.
yeah. Oh,
And
man,
there's
that
no one
would have
else that
been
has a
a
chance.
nasty touchdown.
So right here, that's on the 30. So that's an extra 70 yards right there. Just this play. But there's more. There's more. And Shedeur throws it out late, throws it out of bounds. Bottom of the screen. Runs this out route. He runs a good out route. I'm just showing y'all the routes that he runs, just so you can see more other than just the highlights. And what I like on this, he's not extremely quick twitchy, like how LeJounte looks running his routes, but I do think he's fast. I think he's a longer strider fast. He pushes this DB vertical. And what I mean by that is pushing him vertical is making him think he's going deep and then break it off here, which makes the defensive back, the cornerback in this situation, have to play a little further back because he's worried about getting ran by. So that's going to make him later when he has to break down on the route. We'll see it again just real quick. Bam. Ball's there. That's an easy catch. It's a good route by him. Let's see what he does here. This is another touchdown. This is another touchdown. Exact same concept that they did before. Already has him beat.
Yep.
This guy's back turned. There's no way he can get to Omarion if he's still running. Unfortunately, again, they keep putting him on these hitches over and over again. He kept having hitches. So let's look at it full speed and just imagine he's running this a go route just straight down the field. There's no way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's no way. Watching slow. If he's still running, there's no way. Now, in his defense, Shedeur is looking this way. However, it would be nothing if Omarion had kept running for Shedeur to move his eyes this way and just be able to launch it all the way downfield. As we saw him get beat on this same type. So this isn't me making up hypotheticals. We saw this happen during this game. Oh, yeah. It's like unlimited hitch routes, like over and over and over again. So he runs a dig right here. And it's a decent route. What I didn't like, part of it, is how much he stuttered at the top of the route. That part. But at the same time, he's so used to Omarion running the hitch that as soon as he sees him stutter, he comes down at this angle, which allows Omarion to get separation coming this way. You'll see it right here. See, he breaks down like he's coming downhill right there, and then says, oh, no, he's coming underneath me. And that's the separation you need. Would like Shedeur. I mean, this is a hard throw because he's scrambling. He's scrambling this way. But, man, if the ball's right here in front of him, man, it's open field. There's nobody like this could end up being a really big play.
Who's the receiver down here at the oh, he's trying to block.
That's Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay, so this route, it's the same route.
He get him. He go. Yeah. I was like, man, if he, but I said Shedeur started scrambling, so it's like,
oh no, he was locked up on this. He's fully locked up on that. And I'm gonna talk about the way he ran this route. So he's gonna take what's called an inside stem. So he's gonna come inside like this, and then come up like this, and then like that. Now, what I would want to see him do, and I'm talking from a defensive back perspective, as a cornerback who doesn't cover these routes, what would make it more difficult for this cornerback is if he comes inside like this, comes vertical, and even comes outside a little bit and then in. What that'll cause this defensive back to do is as soon as he starts coming out here is to open his hips up some. because he'll be expecting like a go route or something like that. And then that'll allow for Omarion to be able to come right underneath. So we'll watch it again here. See, he never comes back outside. So this cornerback, he's stemming with him. So as Omarion comes inside like this defensive back, he's going to weave with his back pedal and maintain the same leverage. So as he goes inside, they're going to do the same thing. And let me see if I can play it from here. So watch, as he goes more inside, he's going to keep weaving inside.
Oh, yeah.
So now he's in the same leverage. As soon as he sees that break, that's a perfect play by the cornerback. So that's just a different way that I would want him to run that route, is push him vertical and outside a little bit so he can open his hips before coming back inside. Another hitch. Just unlimited hitches over and over. So this is not Omarion Miller. This is Javon Antonio, number 4. And watch this out route he runs right here. Shedeur throws the ball early. He's not at the spot Shedeur expects him to be. Ends up being an incompletion. And we'll come back to that later, just like we did in the Shedeur breakdown. Another hitch. Except he takes it and gets loose. Gets loose. Rolling. Absolutely rolling. See it from this angle. Makes a catch. Makes a miss. Gets vertical. And let's run. He can run.
I feel like I need to be at that game cheering.
So right here, he has a fade route. He gets pass interference on this.
How do you feel about fade routes? Because as a fan, bro, I'm conflicted. Because I feel like we know it's coming, and you be like, why?
It's a low percentage throw in the goal line for sure.
Because I
see it thrown a lot. Yeah. It depends who your receiver is.
Because I'm like,
it depends who your receiver is. The reason they do it, and especially like lined up here, he has to know it's a fade. What I don't like that Omarion did here is he just did like this. Basically, when you run a fade, what you want to see is him to push him vertical, maybe give a step inside, and then break off. Versus taking the wider release. That makes it a lot easier for the cornerback to guard. You'll see it. See how, right now, there's only one route he can run. As soon as he takes that release, the cornerback knows exactly what he's doing. Like, there's nothing else he could do. So he's going to get in right into his hip pocket. He holds this arm of Omarion, which is why he can only get one hand on the ball. But, yeah, I want him to run that fade route better.
Offsides, free play.
Yep. And what happens? Bombed on. Great catch.
Money in the bank.
Absolutely great catch. And I think that was a 55-yard throw by Shedeur where he throws it on the 25 to the 50s, 25.
You got a rocket, bro. It looked like a drone in the air.
Here's 50. Yeah, it's 55. And look, it drops right where it's supposed to be. And let's go back and talk a little bit about what Omarion did. So just how I was talking about in the last fade, I like this a lot better on this go route. So he comes here and then starts to fade out as he's going down. What that causes is, just like I showed on the stem and how the defensive back has to weave, as he comes in this way, this cornerback is going to try to keep the exact same leverage. So the more he moves inside, go ahead.
Why does he seem like he's lined up off of him? Is that because he's been watching the routes he's been running? See how he's not lined up directly in front of him? Like, this is like,
well, so that's what, so anytime, yeah, no, perfect. So that's what I'm saying with how he has to maintain his leverage. All these guys at cornerback, most of the time, most schemes, you're always going to be inside leverage. So you're never going to, because if I'm right over you, now I'm giving you a two-way go. Now you can go inside of me or outside. He's inside because he's taking away the inside. So that's why, and that was a great question. That's why when Omarion takes a stem more inside, he has to keep moving inside at that same offset with him. So he wants to maintain that same position the entire time because that helps him be in position for any in-breaking routes. I mean, we can talk football real quick. So when you're outside, you got a go route. You have, this is a comeback. You have a slant. a hitch. You really can't run a corner route from here because of how far you are outside of corner routes here. You don't have enough space to do that. You have a post, a dig, a drag.
Oh, we know the drag.
Yeah, that's a dig. Yeah, a drag. That was a slant. That's a dig. You can have an in route, something like that. But these are basically all your routes that you can do out here. As you can see, the majority of them are inside. Right. So as a defensive back, what do I want to take away? Do I want to take away the outside routes or the inside routes? Because if he beats me inside, I don't have help. Especially if he runs a post and beats me, I don't have help. If he runs a comeback or a hitch or even an out route, any of those, there's a sideline right here, which gives me help. Because now, if he was to run it out right now, the quarterback has to get the ball from here all the way to right here, and I'm in between that pathway. So it's a lot easier for me to make a play on that versus if I play outside leverage and he run a slant, oh, it's over with. He runs a dig, over with. Post, over with. So that's why he does that. So that's a really good question. And you usually see defensive backs play inside. So yeah, he's going to be offset and he's going to be inside, which is, again, why him coming inside slightly to start helps him. And now he fades away from the ball. What's important right here, this is the most important part of it. Let me see. I haven't used this yet.
It looks like he calls for the ball. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. 1 second. It looks like he put his head up, call for the ball. He may have, but
it looks like he already do it though.
So this is called stacking, or it's called a stack. I wish I could move this over. Okay, so that's called stack. What a stack is how you're going to see on here. Get back here. So he's side by side with him right here. You see that, right? Side by side. That's not the position you want to be in as a receiver. Here, you're going to see him get on top of him. Now this defensive back is stacked. So when he's stacked, now there's nothing between Omarion and the ball. So when this ball is thrown all the way down here, it's him and the ball. Versus when the guy is on the side of him, now he's in between him and the ball. So when you have a cornerback stacked, you have full control of the route anymore. You could slow down if you want to. The cornerback's going to run into you. They're going to call pass interference. Or you can speed up, but he's controlled behind you. And if the ball's thrown right here, unless you have 10-foot arms, there's no way you're going to be able to reach over and make a play.
Or a bad quarterback.
So he keeps them stacked. And just like this ball was actually a little underthrown. It could have been thrown out further. He's also getting pulled. But since he has that body position and has him stacked, the guy's not in between him and the ball. So he's able to make that play. It does not matter how fast you are as a cornerback, as a receiver. It could be the slowest receiver in the world. If he gets you stacked and gets body position, it's over with. It's done. Because they have full control. Right now, he has full control. And you see it with a lot of receivers in the NFL that may be slower receivers that you wouldn't expect. That can DeAndre Hopkins, he's not a burner, but he's great at getting position, stacking you. And just like you see, the guy swats for the ball, but it doesn't matter. There's nothing he can do in that position. So that's a really, really good play by him. And nuances that you wouldn't know just from being an
I was about to say, that's so much stuff you don't understand. Like you just taking it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Because you think as a fan, I'm like, just put the fast receiver out and tell him to run up the field. Just go by everybody.
That's crazy. And that's what you want to do as a defensive back. If it's a go route, you want to get on top and stack them because then you control the route. And that's why John Ross, running the fastest 40 ever at the time, didn't just run past everybody because there's technique that goes into it. That's why the speed stuff, it's not always, but it can be overrated. Give me a guy that knows how to play. That's what I want. Don't know what route this is. Never seen this route before. It's in the offense, and he makes Sports Center from what he's getting ready to do. So, yeah, I don't know. He fakes like it's a hitch, spins out of it, goes to the back of the end zone. 2 people on him, comes down with it.
Woo, woo. That was a dog play right there.
Where this is as crazy as it gets. This isn't a 50-50 ball play. This is maybe a 20-80. Like 20 that he's going to catch it, 80% that they're going to knock it out. He has 2 people on him. Shedeur having this trust in him in his first game playing, moving forward, I think he's going to get a lot more of these attempts. Like, when you got a big receiver that is a dog, you're going to give him a lot of like Travis. You're going to give him a lot of attempts that you wouldn't give other people, and you expect them to come down with it. And that's what I think Omarion has in his bag.
That was a nice throw Shedeur did, though, bro.
Oh, it was perfect.
That was clean, bro.
It was only to where either Omarion's catching it or it's going out of bounds.
That's what happens when you got the best quarterback in the Big 12.
In the country. How many hitches are we going to have? And then this is just coming across field, puts his hand up. Yeah, need that. That was an incredible play for a freshman.
Your flowers, bro.
So he has him beat aggressively right here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see his arm, but he tugs on him a lot. Gets in better position. Again, he's stacked. He's in front of him, so he's able to control this route and keep him out of the lane of the throw. So Shedeur sees that, throws it. Perfect ball. Perfect catch.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie, though. Shedeur standing out on the Omarion film. To see him scrambling and throwing like that, it'd be like, what these people be watching? I'm going over to DraftKings real quick. Gotta get that Shedeur on that Heisman.
So he's at the top, and they end up running the ball. I think this was an RPO, meaning run pass option. So Shedeur could have pulled the ball out if he wanted to and then thrown it. But what I want to show here is him run another go route. So just straight down the field. This is one where now in this position, again, for those that may not be too attuned to the game or accustomed to the game,
like me,
he's open right now.
Really?
For him, when he's even, one, if you got speed guy in there in this position, if he's even, he's leaving. That's the code of it. If you see him even, it's a wrap. But knowing how he's able to stack corners and knowing his height and his catch radius, meaning how long his arms are and how he can go up and get jump balls, I'm giving him a chance on this. So what Shedeur, I promise y'all, you're going to see a lot more of this year. What Shedeur will be doing in this situation is he'll be putting the ball right here. So it's going to be on the outside shoulder where Omarion has a chance to go up for it. And either Omarion comes down with the catch or the pass goes incomplete out of bounds. So he has the talent, the skill set to be able to take more of those 50-50. This is a 50-50 ball. And watch his speed here. Yeah, right here. Got to put it outside and give him a shot. So that's going to happen a lot more this upcoming season. Another hitch central. And boy, if he doesn't make that tackle, Omarion goes 80 yards for a touchdown, 60 more yards. He might get caught by number 7, but he's going to get a lot of yards. Another hitch. When I tell you, it was just hitch central over and over again. The same route.
Man, I got to ask, though, bro. Did we run the ball this game? I know it's. Yeah, I know because you are, because I'm like, man,
they actually ran a lot this game.
He's in under incredible pressure, like an incredible amount of pressure. I'm like, USC had a Texas defensive line. What's going on here?
This was probably our best running game of the season. Not looking at the stats,
that's what I was like.
No. If I look at the stats, I think it is as well. I'm just saying I said that without looking at the stats, but I'll pull it up. I'm pretty sure this was our best running game.
If you take away rushing yards,
they had. See, this is what's so tough. Is this right? Yeah, Colorado ran for 193 rushing yards, and that's including Shedeur's sacks. So they really ran for over 200 rushing yards.
Wow.
Yeah, and they ran the ball 45 times. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, ran
the
ball 45 times that game. Anthony Hankerson.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. Without looking at the stats, I know this was our best rushing game. And again, the sacks count as minus for Shedeur's rushing yards because he ran a lot this game too.
Yeah,
they ran the ball a lot.
Because I saw Shedeur running. I'm like, what?
So this is what I showed earlier with Javon Antonio on the out route.
Mm-hmm.
And now you see it as soon as he comes out, ball's right there in his chest.
Now let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got too many questions. But you see how Omarion was look how he does the defensive back. Look at his hands. Like when you go back, it seems
how he pushes off.
Yeah, like twice.
Every receiver.
Oh no, he was getting the defense back had his hand. He was like, get off me.
Yeah. Every receiver. That's just called hand fighting.
I got you. Because I'm like, it's not pass interference. It's not holding.
No. But back to this. So this is a timing route, this out route. Mm-hmm. We saw it earlier with Antonio where Shedeur threw it and Antonio wasn't where he thought he'd be. This time you see as soon as he turns his head around, the ball's right there. And those are important. And that's when you hear people talk about the anticipation and stuff. When you have confidence in your receivers and comfortable with your receivers, you're doing more of those throws. Here he is catching another out route, getting up the sideline. Pitch and catch. What does he run here? Another out route. So he ran hitch out, just over and over and over again. I don't think he ran a single post route this game. I saw 2 digs. There's just when you run more routes, more of the route tree, now the defense has to think more. Like we talked about on Will Shepard's film when Will Shepard came in. If you're only showing me 2 or 3 routes on film,
yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah,
that's all I have to worry about. I'm not even playing concerned about any other type of routes. And just so you can see again why he's so far inside, that's what you play as a defensive back. He's inside leverage. He's taking away the inside. You're going to see that everywhere across. He's inside. Everybody's inside.
So are they playing man or single high? Oh no, I see both safeties now. I see both.
So single high and man can be the same thing. Single high, all that means is that there's one safety high. That doesn't tell you anything about the coverage. You could be doing
I would have thought, okay,
you can do a ton of different coverages from that. Just like
got it.
You can line up 2 high and still be in man coverage. So there's single high versus 2 high just gives you an inclination of what they're going to run. Like usually you're not going to start before the play. Like you're not going to start before the play usually and run cover 2 because that's with 2 high players. It's possible though. Colorado did it last year. I've seen a bunch of teams. Oh man, I saw a bunch of teams do it.
So let me ask you. So if you were what's the difference between the free safety and the strong safety? Because because I'm thinking the free safety is the one you want with the speed to be able to cover more. Or is he free because he can just kind of pick and choose where he wants to go? And then
no, that's not what.
I'm just asking, bro.
So anytime you're in a single high look, a cover 1 where you have a deep safety, a cover 3, your free safety is going to be the deep guy. Your strong safety is going to be a guy who comes down into the box, and the strong safety is going to be better against the run, better against tackling in the run game, better against guarding tight ends. Your free safety is going to be the faster guy that
Earl Thomas
can be deep, and just run. But free doesn't mean they get to do what they want. Like
bro, I understand. I was like, I'm gonna be terrible in Madden NCAA. What can I say?
So here's another one. Easy touchdown. Shedeur gets pressure. Even with the pressure, I can't see where he's looking right now. That ball should be out.
Oh yeah.
Ball should be thrown right there. And he's not getting to it. He's not getting to it. That's a touchdown. That is a wide open touchdown. Still wide open. Even right now, it's a touchdown. But now Shedeur is breaking out of a sack. Still a touchdown.
Oh,
throws it, has him on the sideline, toe taps for a great catch.
Good job, Miller. Good job.
I'm telling you, he was open a lot. He was open a lot. So yeah, Shedeur already took his read away. So you can see, you just watch the helmet. Right now he's looking over there. And now he's looking back to this side of the field. So he's looking over there. Then breaks out of the scramble. Now sees him downfield. So the thing with this is he can't try to throw it here, like into the end zone, because that guy's going to be able to cover a lot of ground if it's there. So he's going to try to get it directly to him for a layup versus trying to get the dunk. The dunk might get you picked off. The layup, it moves the chains, keeps the first down, and gets us closer to scoring. So that's why he throws it right there. Omarion, great awareness. This is an NFL catch. Keeps both feet in bounds, tiptoed, and he did the Michael Jackson lean on him.
Damn,
right here.
That's facts. That's
great
facts.
play. Great play. Here he is in the slot. Touchdown.
He calling for it too.
He sees Jimmy. Shedeur sees Jimmy because they're both wide open. So Jimmy ends up getting this, but this could have been another Omarion touchdown for sure right there.
Boy, they were stunting on USC.
Yeah.
It's the first game.
Gosh.
One of the two games.
Did I delete the clip? I had a run clip in here, man. Let me see if it's in here. I think it is. You started talking about the free safeties. I think I might have lost it. Because there is a run play in here that's just inexcusable. But if it's not in here, then we'll talk about it during the... Yes, right here. Yeah, I didn't even do this to show the out. I did this to show the run play.
Yeah, because I saw the run play, but you said, you said, oh, we're showing them the out route.
Look at this run play. Come on, just wait. Just wait. We're going to take this off real quick. We're down 14 points. It's the fourth quarter. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left. 2nd and 10. 0 timeouts. And we just ran the ball. And the reason we're talking about running the ball is because when you pass the ball, one, you're more likely going to get further downfield.
And it stops the clock.
You don't catch the ball, it stops the clock. When you run the ball, that means the clock keeps going. This is precious time. They have no timeouts. It's a whole different conversation why we have no timeouts with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. This is as bad of a play call as it gets. Like, cannot get much worse than that. Like,
I don't think you emphasized the play calling yet. I mean, just now.
Terrible.
But like...
No, I did. That's the hitches. Running those same routes over and over again. It makes it so the defense can key on what you're doing. And that's what I was talking about with when I mentioned Will Shepard's film. If you're running the same routes over and over, I don't have to be worried about you doing any other type of routes. I can just sit on those routes because there's no threat of anything else.
Yeah, we thought Vanderbilt had that super vanilla offense. I'm like, they run the exact same play.
Yeah, it's bad. So now we got the Arizona State game. Again, I had thought he disappeared. That wasn't true. He was open. He was
Omarion, Shedeur, BJ Green.
I don't know about that, but we got him running the hitch right there. Again, hitch. Another hitch. And this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
this is why he's playing it so tight.
Yeah,
I see you guys do this over and over again.
Right.
You guys put him on hitch after hitch. Over here, everybody's running hitches. Like, just constantly. So I'm not worried about you going deep on me because all you do is run hitch. Literally all game. And this is the same concept that I showed versus Colorado State that they ran. I'm telling y'all, watching film makes the game so easy because there are so many tendencies that happen over and over again. We talked about this on Jimmy Horns. So this is a type of a smash concept where you have a slot fade and then you have a hitch by the number one receiver. This happens over and over and over again. And you'll see it right here. He runs the hitch and then they throw this fade. Shedeur's getting hit. If Shedeur's not getting hit, this is a touchdown. Drops back.
Ooh. Oh, my, yeah. That's definitely a
Would
touchdown.
have been a touchdown. Here he is here at the top. And he runs an out route. Perfectly thrown ball. Great catch. This is another really good throw from Shedeur. He is on the far hash, making the throw all the way over here. This is another NFL throw. Great throw.
And they said he's struggling to be in the bed. Yeah, come on, man. People say anything for clicks.
Great throw. I wish they had the camera better so we could have seen the whole throw, but it is what it is. So this is another situation where I'm showing this year. I think in this situation, Shedeur is going to throw that ball up and give him a chance. When you got a big receiver like that who has the talent level, like we saw this spring, he's been dunking on people, jumping over guys. You give him those 50, and he was giving him 50-50 chances in the spring. So I'm expecting more of those type of balls to come his way.
Bro. Man, our offensive line is like curtains. I mean, look at. I mean, is Arizona State defense that good or what?
No,
Because I'm sitting here like, I mean, like,
terrible.
man, Shedeur can't even. That is crazy.
All right, top of the screen. Gosh, they end up doing. This is another RPO run pass option. So he has the option to hand it off or the option to pass it. Well, if he passed it, homeboy already took off. He already took off. He would have been wide open, and it was another hitch, over and over again. What's he running here?
Another hitch. Yeah.
What's he running here? Another hitch. Just over and over and over again. Are you starting to get the picture? Are you guys getting the picture?
Oh, we got a crystal clear, bro. We got a crystal
over clear. And over. Over and over. Like, I'm not going to respect you going deep if I just see you do this over and over. Another one right here. Give him a shot. Give him a shot.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's had Jimmy on the seam. Wide open. So he gets the ball to Jimmy. But yeah, he's going to get a lot more of those one-on-one shots. Shedeur's looking over here. If he gets the ball to Omarion right now, this is touchdown. Catches the ball, can almost walk into the end zone. Shedeur did something I do in Madden a lot. He's feeling ghosts right now because of how much he's been hit this season. He continues to back up. He does not need to be backing up right now at all. He should be stepping up, if anything. But he's felt so much pressure that in his mind, now it's sped up his internal clock. As far as quarterbacks, they have a clock of when they should begin the ball off based on pass rush. It's usually around 2.5 seconds, 2.5, 3 seconds. Like, okay, if I don't have the ball out now, somebody's probably on me. So right now, Shedeur should be standing there. There's no reason for him to be backing up right now. And then he should be stepping up in this pocket. This is a great pocket to step up in. He steps up here. Omarion's wide open and gets a touchdown. He just now sees him, tries to force it in, and it ends up getting broken up. You'll be able to see it from this angle. See it right here. Backing up too much. Should be stepping up. This is a clean pocket right now. And if he steps up, none of these guys will be able to get on him. Omarion's already open right here. So he's already open. Ball gets here. He's in great situation.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's definitely. Yeah. He was definitely.
Now he throws it late. They got a chance to break on it, and it gets broken up. Oh, my gosh. On the 15, on the 17. This is a post route right here. He's going to come out here, and he takes a higher angle, actually. This keypad or mouse pad isn't big enough for me to do what I want to do. So he runs the route like this. It's a post route. The reason, so usually a post route looks just like this. If you look it up anywhere, the reason that he's doing it this way is because of what I talked about. This cornerback is outside leverage.
Yeah.
So he's on the outside of him this time. So the more Omarion goes out at this angle, the more he's going to fight to maintain staying on his outside shoulder. So then when he breaks inside, that's going to make him further away from where he's going. And let's watch this. Bam. Touchdown. Touchdown.
I'm like, where did he throw the ball at?
Yeah. And if not a touchdown, at least a 50-yard bomb. Shedeur sees him. One, somebody messed up their route.
Because 3 people like right there. That is wild.
I tell you all the time, passing is about timing and spacing. You never want it to look like that, ever. So I'm thinking Shedeur's looking here, but Omarion has him beat. If he puts the ball across the field, like over here, where Omarion can just continue to run away from him, and this guy stays outside leverage, man, it's off to the races. That could potentially be a 83-yard touchdown. And yeah, so he wasn't looking deep at him because he does throw it right here to Jimmy. Gets the first down, but boy, was Omarion open. So again, I thought he disappeared too. I thought, hey, he was getting loose
bro. I said
versus USC, and then he didn't do a thing after.
Right, because we did the Jimmy video. I was like, bro,
boy,
ghosted after USC. But yeah, that'd have been money in the bank.
That is social distance pass coverage. That is COVID pass coverage. Because boy, that's touchdown. That's a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
Let's check him out on this. This is another one.
Whoa.
Now, granted, this guy sees Shedeur over here, but right here, even in this position, I think Omarion's going to start to run past him, and you put the ball out here where it's a jump ball. Omarion comes down with it or goes out of bounds. That's what I definitely want to see more this year is more 50-50 balls thrown to our receivers, in particularly him, but maybe Will Shepherd, maybe Cordell Russell as well.
Bro, I couldn't even see the Arizona player inside the logo. I was like, oh, this dude's wide open in the middle of the field.
Oh, you thought that's funny.
Yeah, then that's how the dude was in the logo. I'm like, oh.
So here he's in the slot, running a slot fade for easy touchdown. Easy touchdown. BJ Green is unblocked. Y'all can hate me for saying this. I watched this full game specifically for BJ Green. He was at his best when he was unblocked, and he's unblocked right here. I promise y'all, please don't make me Patreon. I'll put the full game up so y'all can watch it. No commentary for me.
Laugh. You said because he's best unblocked. I'm like, well, who's not at their best unblocked?
My point, but he was at his best this game unblocked. So he's unblocked right here and gets a hit on Shedeur and barely overthrows a touchdown. And remember earlier, I said, and Shedeur knows this, he's open right now. Shedeur already threw the ball. Even though this guy is in the position, you have to understand the speeds of him moving this way versus this guy trying to catch up to that. He has a full head of steam already. So when you see guys, and it's certain guys, it's not every guy, but when you see a guy like this and Shedeur knows who he is, that's why he's throwing this ball already. He sees this position. He said, hey, he's already open. Another thing I want to talk about on this, remember on Jimmy Horn's breakdown where I said on some of his slot fades, he did too much stuttering, where instead of stuttering to where he's running, doing that, and then going, I wanted him to just go stick a foot in the ground and use his speed to beat him. Now watch what Omarion does on this slot fade. Foot in the ground, beat him. And just slightly overthrown.
Yeah, foot right in the ground.
So again, he did not disappear. I thought he did too. But yeah, unblocked. Shedeur has to throw off his back foot, gets hit. And it was still almost right there. That's still a beautiful throw. Still a beautiful throw. But if somebody's blocking him there, then that ends up being a touchdown. That ends up being a touchdown. I think that was the last one. Yeah, that's the last one of that. So yeah, just to confirm, he did not disappear. And I didn't watch the Oregon State game for him or any of the other games, but that game he could have had 3 touchdowns. I had the hitch where he was right there, where Shedeur saw him late through it and got broken up. I had the post, cooked him, and then that slot fade right there. So that's the beauty of all 22. That's the beauty of all 22. I'm telling y'all,
no more hits.
Y'all don't need my. There's a ton I didn't put in there. A ton. Just because I was a lot.
When you was going back to back to back, I'm like, are we? T-Guy noticed you just saw the same play over and over and over.
To back to back. And bro, as a DB, like it changes the way I cover you. So it's definitely beautiful having the all 22 and being able to see the true story of things. To see like the first instance of it that we saw on offense was LaJohntay Wester. Even though he went for 100 yards on Clemson, could have had millions more. Millions.
Yeah. Facts. Dude's different.
Omarion could have had at least 2 more touchdowns for USC. At least minimum 2 touchdowns versus Arizona State, probably 3. Like you say, it's a game of inches. And I really think he was hindered by the offense. And we talked about that some with Jimmy. Jimmy ran a ton of hitches.
Mm-hmm.
If he runs 4.3, the reason you want a 4.3 guy is to run past people.
Right. Yeah, facts.
Not to have them run 5-yard routes and stop. So now that offense worked for Sean Lewis and at Kent State, it may work at San Diego State, but the same way people was talking about Charles Kelly and saying you got to run the defense to fit your personnel, you got to run the offense to fit your personnel. And I don't think that
right, because why would you bring people in and that doesn't fit? That's what I don't like about when they draft quarterbacks. If you're not going to put in an offensive system that's going to work, why would you draft a quarterback that doesn't work to your offense? Like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, bro. So I was going to ask you then. So you think it was because he ran all these hitches because he was about the offensive line? He was just trying to like, hey, we got to get it out. Or you just think, I mean, that's a lot of hitches, though.
So part of it was because they ran a lot of RPOs, the run pass option. So again, RPO, run pass option. They have an option to run the ball, hand it off, or pass it. Now, the problem with RPOs, so one, they're hard to guard because a defense can get confused or they can come to try to stop the run, pass gets open. But there's something called a legal man downfield, where if a lineman gets past, I believe it's 5 yards downfield without being engaged in a block, it's a penalty. The linemen are run blocking on, as far as I know, every single run pass option. So they're run blocking. So the quarterback has to throw the ball quickly before the linemen get downfield.
Got it.
Because the linemen can't look back and say, oh, it's a pass, let me stop running downfield. No, they're run blocking like normal. So when you run RPOs, you typically can't throw deep routes because you don't have enough time before your linemen are downfield and you're getting a penalty. So again, with that, since they ran that so much, you have to run shorter routes. But hitches, like, bro, I'm telling you, we watched on Jimmy Horn's film, number 19. He was locked on every hitch that Jimmy ran because he saw it hitch over hitch. So he's not worried about him running. I don't care if you got me on Xavier Worthy. If I know your coach just keeps calling hitches on you, I'm not worried about you running behind me. I'm going to sit there, plant my feet in the ground, and I'm not moving. So I think that was definitely detrimental to all of our receivers. We watched 2 full games of an outside dominant receiver, and I saw one post route. That out of all those games, Will Shepherd, we watched 4 games. I don't know if we saw a post route.
We saw the comebacks.
Yeah. Comebacks and back shoulder fades.
Yep,
that was it.
Yep.
So in post routes, I don't even know if I can't draw on this screen, but I draw it on that the one he had versus Arizona State. But you want to be able to have more post routes. When you have those bigger receivers, those guys that are big, can run, and good at keeping body position, like that's a main staple. And I saw him run 1 in 2 whole games, where in both of those games, we probably had around 90 pass attempts. So out of 90 plays, you get 1 post. And not even just the post route specifically, but the more routes that you give a receiver to run, the more a cornerback has to think. So like, I watch film. Like I used to be in the film room, especially my senior year when I moved to nickel because I was playing man coverage every play. So what I do is I'd look at the slots because that's who I was covering mainly, and I would just watch them every game that we had, and I just do a chart, out route, and I chart every route that he ran. So then come game time, I see, okay, well, he rarely runs any slants. Rarely. He runs a lot of corners. So I get that in my head. Okay, these are their top routes. So now while I'm playing based off of the probabilities. I'm not going to chase ghost. If I see you run 2 slants in the past 4 games, I'm not covering the slant. You beat me on a slant. You beat me on a slant. Right. Probability says you're going to be running these other ones. Right. These are what I'm playing for.
Right.
If I see you run 80 hitches, guess what I'm playing for? The hitch. Because I see you running that over and over again. So it just affects the offense. It affects the defense as far as how they play. And yeah, I mean, I think our entire team was hampered, and we're getting ready to go through full games. So we're going to go through Colorado offense versus Oregon. we're going to go through Colorado offense versus Stanford in the second half, or we'll do the whole game. We're going to go through our defense versus Colorado State and so forth to see what was going on. And I see why Coach Brian made the change with the play calling, because I'm sorry. Like
nothing worse than for a fan is like, why do you keep calling this same play? Or why you what do you like? Why you got to be so stubborn? Like, look, man, I feel like sometimes these coaches and the egos and all this, like, yo, bro, like, that's what they giving you. If that's what they showing you, then that's what you beat. You know, you play to beat it. But no frustration. You like, oh.
And that's what made Floyd Mayweather such a good boxer. He didn't have a specific style. He would play towards your style. And that's what makes a good coach, is being able to adapt.
Right.
Like, you'll see some teams that pass the ball 50 times a game, but then they play a team that they know can't stop the run. I'm going to run it 50 times.
Yeah.
Like, play to your strengths, into their weaknesses.
Right.
Like, don't just do because anytime you do something that's just set in a mold, you can't adapt. So if you play against somebody that is set against that same mold and that's their strength, then it's tough. So yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see this year. We got to see if we can get some all 22 of Shermer, because I want to see more of his offense and more of what they do.
Right.
Because I don't think this offense at all, not to mention the option routes, but I just don't think it was best suited for any of the Colorado players' skill sets. Like, I don't think any of them really got to show fully what they could do. And I'm talking receivers. I ain't gonna lie. I think running backs, that's on the whole line. Like, running backs is not getting loose. It is what it is there. But
Shador running for his life, taking all those hits, 52 sacks. Yeah,
but he was getting loose. Like, Shador was probably our best. He was our best rusher last year.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, especially when he turned up towards the end of the season. But I was just saying, the offensive line, bro, the trenches, bro, the trenches, and the play calling. And I'm definitely seeing that being a super issue. But then
super for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
When Shiloh mentioned that even when we was doing Colorado State and these damn crossing routes, we was like, Shiloh said, "No, they made the adjustments." He's like, "What's going on here? What are we missing?"
I can't wait to watch that game, because there's specific plays just for crossing routes. Like, bro, I was screaming at the TV.
But that's why y'all got to join Patreon live watch party.
Yeah.
D-Cal gets to scream at the TV.
Man, and Patreon members, y'all seeing this first, anyways. If y'all want to rewatch some games from last year,
we should do that, bro.
Weekend or whatever live.
We should do that, bro. Yeah.
Rewatch Colorado State, rewatch TCU. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Even if only 3 of y'all show up. Yeah.
We could just a little watch party. That'd be great, bro. Y'all better join Patreon. Yeah. Y'all gonna miss this live watch party. It's gonna be great.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm with it.
So yeah, man.
Do that.
I think Omarion Miller is gonna have a great year. We just got receivers.
I'm about to be mad at Sherman got Jonte running hitch routes.
We just got receivers, man.
Bro, yeah, I'm sitting there looking like, man, we go 5 wide. That's all kind of problems. Like, all kind of great problems, by the way. And I'm sitting there like, they need to hurry up and drop that alternative win margins for this North Dakota State game.
Oh my gosh. No, forget that. Give me yeah. No, you're right about that. You're right about that. That and the win total. Yeah. The only way y'all get ours, everyone's gonna get it at some point. But if y'all want it early, make sure y'all
better get over to Buff Bets.
Buffed and Prime on Patreon. We got Buff Bets. We got videos dropping very frequently. We are less than 100 subscribers away from CT quitting his job and going full-time Buffed and Prime. We get that. Y'all get videos every single day. I promise y'all will get videos every single
Fantasy,
day.
Buff Bets, Buff and Prime. I'm getting excited. Look, I'm telling you guys, they got some future props out there, boy, that we got some videos out on. I mean, like, and I just want to say, because numbers change. Like, if we drop one of these bet videos out of Patreon and it hits the internet, numbers change. Like they're gonna change. T-Cal,
they can change day to day.
Got an absolutely phenomenal bet.
4.5 wins. Bet. Maxed it out, and then a few days later, out of there.
It's gone. As soon as the numbers start coming in, they change. So, man, you got to #make CT. Facts.
Emily just landed
Oh.
So I got to bounce.
All right. Well, I'll be here, bro, if you want to knock some more out. But look, appreciate you guys being here, man. Appreciate Patreon. Appreciate you, YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Look, drop in the comments who you guys think are gonna start. The 3 receivers. Just let's just go ahead and put that out there.
All right, y'all. We gotta go. Appreciate y'all.
Okay, to evolve. Drop our theme music.
Who's next? Who's next? Do your words match your video?
Yeah, this for my boy TKL, CT the fan. Yeah, we on that buff train, man. Yeah, the boys, they put it down. I watch them every day. Hey, they gonna put you on a pedestal, but they gonna put you down there where you belong. They ain't gonna care for you. Nah, they ain't gonna care for you. Yeah, they gonna love on you. They gonna tell you what to do to get yourself better.